everybody. Happy Talk to Me Tuesday. So, I'm going to make this a quick one because I don't have a lot to show off. I have been starting work on the Doctor Who Stitch Along. I am one of the designers for the Stitch Along, which is really, really exciting. But my block will not be up for a couple weeks because it is one of the later Doctors, so you'll have to keep an eye out on those. If for those of you who don't know, the Doctor Who Stitch Along is over at Fandom and Stitches, and it's pretty nifty, especially if you're a Doctor Who fan, and it's a really nice project if you've never um, embroidered or really done anything with stitching before. It's very simple. You can use pretty much any stitch you want, and the designs are not that complicated. So, but I mean, they're very, very cool, very neat designs. But yeah, so those are very cool. Um, so I finished my first Doctor block, and I have him here. Obviously, he needs some ironing. Um, but this is the first Doctor, played by William Hartnell, and I stitched him up in a blue gray. Um, sorry, I've got people hanging around here. Um, blue gray color to just, I guess, as a reflection of the black and white Doctor Who. And he was an older chap. So yeah, trying to make the colors of the thread reflect the Doctor. So this is my first one, and he turned out decently. He turned out okay. And I used a split stitch for him, a 3-strand split stitch, a little thicker maybe than I needed to have been. So we'll see what I'll do with that in future. I already have the next 2 Doctors um, traced out onto my blocks. I just need to iron the interface into the back. It's a really light, almost muslin that I'm using. So in order to hopefully keep all of the stray threads from showing, I put a layer of really like medium weight interfacing in the back. So I have the other 2 drawn out, and I just need to iron on their interfacing. Ooh, excuse me, yawning. Ooh, ooh. And then I can get to stitching those, so that'll be fun. And otherwise, I've been doing a little bit of crafting for one of the weddings that I'm in that's coming up a week from this Saturday. One of my best friends, who I've known since we were 6 or 7, is getting married, and I'm her maid of honor, and so her bachelorette party is this Saturday. And so I'm putting a couple things together for that. I'm making some games, and for everyone who's coming, which is I think 5, 4 or 5 of the 6 bridesmaids, and then the bride will be there. I have made. I bought some wine glasses, and I've painted our names on the wine glasses, and then are on the bottom. I put the date that they're getting married, and then their names. They're not. I mean, they're not super fancy or anything, but I thought they would be a kind of cute, pretty cheap favor for them to take home. So I'll put a picture of those right here. And then I'm also going to make t-shirts for all the girls who come. I'm just going to get pink t-shirts, and I'll probably use like a white fabric paint with glitter on top, just because I like how the white pops on the colors. And I think I'm going to put their title, so maid of honor, bridesmaid, bride to be, and maybe the names of the bride and groom underneath. We'll see how that goes. So it's going to be a lot of really tedious freezer paper stenciling. Um, so whatever. But I thought those would be nice little gifts for them to take home. We can wear those all the day. We're going to be together the entire day of the bachelorette party through the night. So that would be fun. And I had some prizes which I bought and have wrapped up kind of cute. So that's about the extent of my crafting. I went to actually my first Linus project meeting for, I mean, not my first, but my first in month. And it was such fun. I was there for about 4 hours, and mainly just doing whatever needed to be done. There were they had gotten in about 30 um, fleece, the fleece blankets that you tie and knot the fringe from one of the local high schools, but they had made some mistakes. They had cut off the selvage edge, which the ladies at Linus Project were like, oh, it's so unprofessional, it looks so awful. And so I spent some time taking some of those apart and cutting off the selvage. And sewing on those cute little Linus Project tags and cutting some rag quilt bits. So that was fun. It was nice to be around people who we could chat about crochet and knit um, and sewing and all those good things. So that was lots of fun. I also got a bunch of yarn because somebody had donated a ton of yarn, but unfortunately wasn't labeled, and we can't use wool or any like animal um, fur yarn for these little kids blankets or baby hats even because so many little ones are too sensitive to that and they weren't labeled, so I couldn't use any that I wasn't sure were cotton or were acrylic. So I inherited a bunch of yarn. So yeah, good time. So yes, that is all for me, and hopefully by next week I'll have a couple more doctor blocks to show off. And yeah, so that is about it. I hope everybody is doing swell, and I will look forward to watching your videos. Bye guys!